going on, guys? Welcome back to another POV drive. Today I'm headed out to get some food, and then after that I'm gonna head to my boy's house and help him try to figure out what's going on with his motorcycle. If you guys have watched some of my previous videos, the CBR 300, the red bike, was actually having some problems. We believe it's engine related. So basically at this point in time we have to take it apart, check out whatever the hell is going on, and then figure out how we're gonna fix it. I honestly don't know much about bikes. I'll help take it apart, but when it comes to putting it back together, to be honest, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So we shall see. We shall see what's gonna happen there. Anyways, I should have some pretty good videos for you guys this weekend. I do plan to go to a car meet on Sunday, and I should have a race or two this weekend. Possibly it'll be me racing someone, or it might be my buddy in the orange ZL1 racing an R35 GTR, but we just don't really know yet. But as far as future videos goes, that's about it. Also, I want to add that since last video that you guys saw, I actually did some mods to this car. They will be in the description at the low end of both of the lists. There should be like a list for performance mods and then cosmetic mods. I did one performance mod and one cosmetic mod, so it should be at the bottom of the list. It should say VelossaTech intakes under the performance section, and then it should say like LED sequential turn signals under the cosmetic section. But when I go get food and I get out and I park, I will show you guys both of those mods. They're pretty cool. More specifically, the actual performance related one when it comes to the actual intakes on the car. Biggest thing being, my IATs on this vehicle were absolute garbage. I have the JLT 120mm intake on this car, and I'll tell you what, it's basically a hot air intake, unfortunately. It does flow a lot more air, but your IATs with the intake are just straight up trash. For that reason, a lot of people actually stick with the stock airbox, but to be honest, I didn't want the stock airbox and I still wanted good IATs. So the compromise is basically get the JLT and then do the mod that I did, which is basically much larger air ducting in the front grille of the car. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna drive, and once we're at the spot to grab some food, I'll hop out, show you guys the front end of the car and the two changes that I have made, and then we'll go to my buddy's house after. Alright boys, we're at the food spot. We're at good old fucking Chipotle. I'm gonna hop out and show you what I did to my car like I mentioned earlier, and then I'm gonna go grab my grub. Right here you can probably see the vent, but basically on the normal Mustang it's just the grill here, but with this, basically you delete the entire honeycomb piece and you insert these little ductwork like things, and it allows you to have air flow directly into your intake. And the other mod that I did is the sequential turn signals. So you'll see them here right now. See how it moves sequentially? So basically, yeah, I had the new vents, sequential turn signals, and that's about it. All right, boys, the food has been acquired. I got myself a burrito and some off-brand Dr. Pepper. So I will see you boys when we're at my buddy's house. All right, boys, we've made it here. I'm gonna go see what they're up to. Oh, what's up? Dude, oh my god, is that 1320? Yes. Is this me in like 2 years?
Unfortunately, but fortunately, nothing seems broken on the top end.
What is in the kit you found for 200 bucks? The bottom end?
No, it's the top end.
Top end, okay.
But it's like the piston, wrist pin, all the gaskets, all the hardware.
Damn, bro. YouTube, I'm gonna eat my food, some fat ass, and then I'll let these two take it all apart, and they can tell me what's wrong with it, and then you guys can know what's wrong with it. All right, guys, so unfortunately, I think I got here at the stopping point.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, basically, it's probably the bottom end on this thing. Look who showed up. Okay.
Anyways.
Okay, we're getting in trouble, bro. But yeah, it's probably bottom end on this thing, but it'll be fixed. When is it gonna be fixed, bro?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, yeah. Tomorrow morning they're gonna take it all apart, put it all back together, and fix it.
It's gonna be 1,000cc converted with a
Yeah, he's not sleeping for the next 14 hours, bro. Just kidding. This thing will probably take like a week.
Best case scenario.
Yeah. I'm hard at work, guys, eating my burrito. I'm so hard at work right now. Check this out. I said, find me a 2000 CBR 600 F4, blah, blah, blah. It must be available to purchase right fucking now. Listen, guys, the reason why this thing's out of commission, I think I said it before, is that the headlight simply does not go on the fucking front of it right now. You know better than I do, but basically there's like a bracket or something missing here.
Frame got bent when it crashed, and that's the only thing keeping it from being rebuilt is because this isn't how it should be. And it's limiting it from even turning all the way. So if I can find that part, I can rebuild it.
Yeah, basically, ChatGPT found something. It might not work, but this is like the rest of the shit. It's supposed to mount this, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it goes underneath here. But yeah, boys, so basically, hopefully that part actually fits and we can get the 600 back on the road, and then the 300 will be fixed up and the 500's still running. So all three bikes can be fixed up, hopefully very, very soon. But as far as the 300 goes, they're gonna stop for today, but they've already made really good progress and the top of the motor is off. So yeah, good progress is being made. Hopefully the bikes will be back in working order pretty soon.
20 minutes later.
All right, well, we're headed out. Hopefully this thing's fixed at some point, probably in like a week. Yeah, tomorrow, it'll be done tomorrow. Actually, it's gonna be done in 2 seconds. I'm gonna snap my fingers and be done in 2 seconds. Ready? It's not done because it's gonna take forever. All right, the shop's packed up, boys.
Do you want me to like say bye to you?
Yeah, say bye to me, bro.
Okay, because this is the first time we're saying
This is the first time I've ever said bye to each other.
Bye,
Ready?
bro.
Catch you later, my boy. Now it's time to hop in my car. And we're gonna head home. A little bit of a slower paced video today, nothing too action-packed or crazy. Just kind of like an update for anyone that wanted to know what's going on with the CBR and the aftermath of all that stuff. But yeah, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am a new YouTuber, so anything helps me out. And I will try to give you guys some pretty cool content this weekend, so stay tuned.
3 hours later.
All right, guys, it's about 3.5 hours or so after I left my buddy's house, and I'm headed back out because I need to send a data log to my tuner regarding the tune, or at least I think it's the tune. So right now we're actually headed to the E85 station to test the E85 to make sure it's at least like E80. The reason for this is on the way back from my buddy's house earlier when I stopped recording, I did a 4th gear like little pull up to about 5,500 RPMs, I want to say. And what ended up happening, oh my God. Okay, that guy's an idiot. What ended up happening was on decel, again, after I did the pull, I didn't upshift at all, right? So I let the car naturally decel from about 5,500 RPMs down to like 2.5 in 4th gear. And on my dashboard, here, I'll put it in Sport Plus real quick. So on my dashboard, the actual needle was kind of wobbling a little bit on decel. I actually looked this up and I believe that someone has had a similar issue to me. They also had a Lund Racing tune as well. And all they had to do was reach out to Lund and they fixed it with a revision. So I'm gonna go check the gas just for my sanity. And then I'm going to do a quick data log of like 1 or 2 pulls and then letting the car naturally decel, see if I can recreate the issue and then send that data log off to Lund for them to review it. All right, boys, I went ahead and did the test kit. All I have to do now is wait for it to settle out. So they tell you to shake it up. You fill up the water there, and then the rest is the E85. Now I just have to let it sit, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully it's at least E80, and if it is E80, then I definitely think there's something wrong with my tune, or it just could be the cold weather. I'm not entirely sure, because it has been a lot cooler recently since when I first got my car tuned. But I'll get back with you guys in just a second. All right, guys, so we're at a bit of an angle here, but it seems like it's evening out to around E80, E85, so I don't think it's a fueling issue, which means it might be something with my tune. We're gonna just have to figure that out. So I'll bring you guys along in just a sec. I'll do a quick data log, maybe like 1 or 2 pulls, and we'll send it off to Lund Racing and we'll see what they say. Hopefully tomorrow they get back to me. All right, guys, we have made it to the highway. I'm gonna open up my tuning app right here and I'm gonna press data log. and start the data log and click ready. And then now it'll connect to my device plugged into my OBD2 port. And once the data log starts, I will try to recreate what I experienced earlier. All right, data logging has started, so let's see if I can recreate it. See, now it's not doing it. Now it's very smooth on the decel right there. I'm gonna make a U-turn over here and then try it again, because beforehand when I was doing it and it did the little wiggly shit, I was in 4th gear, and I think after I did the pull in 4th gear, I upshifted into 5th, and then 5th gear I started to decel. So I'm gonna try that and see if I can recreate the problem. All right, put it into 4th. There we go, it's doing it. See, it's wobbling back and forth. See that? It's still doing it. See, it's still wobbling. All right, well, as you guys could see right there, hopefully it picked it up on the camera, but the tachometer basically would wobble a little bit on the way down on the decel, but it seems to only do it in 5th and I guess 6th gear now. I'm gonna make another U-turn over here and do a 4th gear pull and then decel in 4th gear and see if it still does it. Because it might just be something with the 10R80 where this transmission, for whatever reason, has a weird decel in those specific gears. As you can tell, it's basically perfectly smooth in 4th gear. If I go into 5th gear, still pretty smooth. And it's seeing a little bit of wobbling. It was doing it worse earlier on that 4th gear pull and then upshifting into 5th. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I'm gonna stop my data log for now. I'll try and describe what the problem is to Lund Racing the best that I can, and probably just see what they're gonna say about it. End of the day, it might just be the fact that I have a much larger throttle body, or it's the gear that I'm in when I'm decelerating. Upload. Okay, the data log is in the tuning device. I think I just have to upload it right now. So there we go. Okay, it's gonna grab the file from the tuning device and then it should upload it to the cloud. And then once that's done, I can go ahead and send the email to Lund and they can check out that file. On the second pull we did there, the problem did show up, but like I said, it might not be a tune issue. I do have a larger throttle body and the weather has been a lot colder recently. So we'll just have to see what happens there. But anyways, I'm gonna send this log off. I'm gonna head home and tomorrow we'll see what Lund Racing says. But for now, I will see you guys later. All right, boys, it is currently the next day and I did get an email back from Lund. They said the tune seems to be doing okay, but it's possible that the transmission has adaptively learned something kind of screwy. Also, from what I've read online, the 10R80 in this car, the transmission in this car, can have some issues from time to time, and apparently deceleration in higher gears can be a little bit wobbly. For whatever reason, people online say it's some sort of torque converter thing, I don't know. But either way, it's not a big deal, my car will be okay. But just to make sure, I'm going to actually use my laptop here and this connector, and I'm going to go into ForScan and turn off the car's adaptive learning. Therefore, whatever tune I flash on from Lund, the car is not going to change the transmission table over time, and it will remain on the exact same table. Therefore, we shouldn't have any weird issues from here on out that are caused by the car. So that is the end of this video. I'm gonna do all that stuff real quick, and yeah, we'll see if it works. If I don't have an update video on this issue, it means that it did work. If I do have an update video on this issue, it means that it didn't work. But again, the problem is very minuscule and it's not that big of an issue regardless. Thank you guys for watching this video. I am a small YouTube creator, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. The support really helps me out. And I should have another banger video tomorrow for you boys. So I'm actually going to go work on that video after this, once I get this stuff done. So yeah, peace guys.